Off tape is the off tape. Is the off tape. This is the off tape show. Off tape is the off tape. This is the off tape show. Off tape is the off tape. This is the off tape show. Off tape is the off tape. This is the off tape show.
The colors.
We used to play everything. Yeah, colors. We used to play everything. We used to play funk. Yeah, we used to play funk. We play jazz. We play pop. We play calypso. We play Afrobeat. We play high life. So we used to we used to be the band that everyone wanted, at their parties those days. Now, in the course of me performing in the band, I noticed that every time I had reason to sing a high life song, everybody would get up and begin to dance. So you see that even our people connected more with our own rhythm. Yes, exactly. So in the process, I started, carving a niche for myself. So I noticed that, look, your thing is your thing. I mean, you understand? No matter how much you love R&B, it is still not your thing. When you want to relax and really get down, it is your thing that you connect with the most. So I was just drawn to high life music.
Yes, by
naturally,
listening,
because I felt it connected more with the people here.
Yes, yes.
Do you know that Musific music streaming app has been paying out Indians for years now? It has already been reviewed by some of Indians' biggest YouTubers. You can see them for yourself. Musific pays both indie artists and users who stream free music daily on the app, with a new well-curated music collection from Hindi to hip-hop, R&B, soul, Afro beats and more, with a more organized interface and user experience. We will begin payment soon to our old and new users, so what are you waiting for? Run to the Play Store now and download the Musific app now, or click the link above this video to download it directly from the Play Store. Make sure you register and begin to earn daily. Download now.
I feel you after being experimental with different genres, and you see this is the one that's tickling for the audience. You just had to adhere to them, which is was very smart too as well. Because I know Afrobeat and high life is also one of our own music. Besides the whole other infusions that we decided to embrace at that time. So that leads me to my next question. So how did you survive in a place like Lagos? Were you born here, or because from what you said in the inception, that means you were not born in Lagos? How did you move here, and how did you find your feet in a place where at that time you must do a Yoruba thing, sound Fuji or Afro Fuji or Juju, to blend in here? So how did you bring, your own style in Lagos and be relevant? So
I was actually born in Lagos. My dad was in the military then.
Okay.
But soon after my birth, my dad relocated. He retired and relocated back to Ogoja, Cross River State.
Okay.
So I grew up in Ogoja, came back to Lagos after my primary school. Yeah, so went to secondary school here and all that. So the culture, I was able to easily understand and fit into it. Because my spirit, my soul was open to it. Like me, I'm a music lover, so I'm open to music from all over the world. It doesn't matter where it is from, So I was open and receptive to it, and it was as if I could tell where music was going, the direction of the kind of music we were all playing at the time. It was as if I could tell the necessary infusions that needed to be made.
Nice.
So if you listen to me, then you will hear some of those infusions.
Yes.
You will hear. I used to have a very big band with an orchestra, bata, talking drum, and all that. So it wasn't really difficult for me. It just came naturally to me. When you hear all the percussions of talking drum and bata, the percussions are not so different from the percussions you hear when you listen to an Akata rhythm from Cross River State. Yeah. Yeah, but the drums might be different, but you see the rhythm is the same because our movements are not so different in Africa. You understand? So it wasn't too difficult for me to infuse all that.
Yes, I think you can also speak the Yoruba language too. I think it's also one of the yardstick too to connect with people too, trying to establish your
Well,
sound.
not very well. I cannot speak it very well, but I can sing in it. I can sing in any language actually. Whether Igbo or Yoruba or Hausa, I can.
Because I remember the Oruka hits, which I'm going to come to. I know the Yoruba there was like it was really infused properly, like an indigene. Anyway, since we're rushing, we'll go to our next question.
What if I tell you can get paid to meditate for 1 minute for free on the Daily Lifting app? Daily Lifting app is designed to help you maintain a daily mental strength and to help improve your health and well-being. On the Daily Lifting app you can stream all kinds of contents daily to help boost your health, from medication to daily exercises, proper dieting and wellness, health podcast, movie trailers, music videos, comedy videos, motivation quotes, etc. You can also upload your contents for free as a user and also get points to get paid when you refer friends and family. What are you waiting for? Follow the link attached to this video or rush to the Google Play Store now and download the app and begin to earn. Daily Lifting, you fall, we life you up.
Something, sir, that it will be shocking, but I don't know if I made the wrong mistake or I did right, because I'm older now and I think I was very young then. Let me just say a brief story. Why I asked you this was in the early 2000s, I was very young then. I think I was 15, 16. I used to come from Port Harcourt to a show in the Surulere in the National Stadium then, that all the actors used to come. OJ's man owns the place. I used to come and perform with the actors, and I had one popular song then. It was a song about Nollywood because I did theater arts in the University of Port Harcourt, and I was not really impressed with how the acting was, So I did that song, and when I came performed the song, OJ's had an A&R then, one Bayelsa man. He was not too tall. I've forgotten his name. He now said he was going to take me to OJ's to sign me. I thought it was like a joke because I was a young boy. I just came and performed. The whole actors was Ramsey Noah was there, Mr. Ibu, the whole place, Rugged Man, the whole place was hit up that day when I performed. And he took me to OJ's office. I remember it's not in Surulere, it's somewhere where you have all those industrial trucks and all of that. And we went to the office as a small boy. I was there. The man was there. The A&R brought me into his office, big office, and said this was the boy he brought for him to sign. And the man said yes, that he was going to sign me. But the song that I did then about Nollywood, that those are his friends. They used to come to the bar, that he cannot push a song in his label that has a contradictory message to them, that have to take the song out of the album. And that song was what I was using to do show that time. I was used to eat. I used to perform everywhere. In fact, that was what they know me for. It was a tough decision. And I don't know. I just said that they should excuse me. I should just come outside and just think about this. Sir, I came out and I went home. That was how I left. Like, I never came back. I never contacted the A&R. I just went from there. I just went back to Port Harcourt. And I was living with Two-Face at this time in his Two-Face house. I remember Two-Face gave me transport one time in his Lincoln Navigator to go to OJ's in Surulere. That I was staying here. I used to come from Port Harcourt because me and Plantation Boys to perform as a child. So I want to ask you, sir, do you think it was a bad decision I made, or was it a good decision? I've always wanted to ask this because that thing has been troubling me all through my life. I will not lie. Because I was saying if I've taken that decision, maybe I would have been a household name today. Or because I didn't have a lawyer and nobody to guide me. Maybe I didn't just know. So from your experience, would you say, as somebody who was in the label, will you say it was a right or wrong decision, sir?
Do you know that Impakt music streaming app has been paying out Indians for years now? It has already been reviewed by some of India's biggest YouTubers. You can see them for yourself. Impakt pays both indie artists and users who stream free music daily on the app, with a new well-curated music collection from Hindi to hip-hop, R&B, soul, Afro beats and more, with a more organized interface and user experience. We will begin payments soon to our old and new users, so what are you waiting for? Run to the Play Store now and download the Musific app now, or click the link above this video to download it directly from the Play Store. Make sure you register and begin to earn daily. Download now.
Okay, Ojes was very sincere with you. Ojes is a businessman. A businessman has friends, he has lots of friends. And he told you that, okay, as a businessman who has friends, yeah, I want to sign you. But you see, that song is going to hurt my friends. See, that's one thing with him. You know, he's a
Yes.
businessman, but friendship means a whole lot to
Respect.
him too.
Yes.
He would do that for you if you're his friend. He would do that for any of his friends. He respectfully told you that to sign the but take out that song. You know, that was his decision. And you went out to think about it, and you made your decision. Now, I'm not going to tell you whether you were right or whether you were wrong, but it was your
Yes, sir.
decision. We all make decisions, and we have to live with the
Right.
consequences of our decisions. It might be right, it might be wrong, but whatever it is, however it is you feel, whatever it is that made you make that decision, when you sit back and look at it, you will be the judge of it. So I'm not going to tell you that you were right or you were wrong. I'll still leave it to you. So
Yes,
you
sir.
ask yourself that question: Was it right or was it
Yes.
wrong?
Yes.
But I'm not going to answer it for you.
I,
I'm not
I,
going to
I
help
I
you out.
think from with what you said about your own contract and how it went, I
Yeah.
think I made a mistake. Because if I had prior, it's just that I didn't know him before. I've not heard any information, and I used to have this scare. Two-Face used to tell me about his deal with Kenny's and other people. I should be careful. That it's not like it's a bad deal, but I have to know what I'm signing. And when I was very young, I was very naive, so I didn't just want to tie myself. It was not really about the music, but I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I cannot get out from. So I think it was just the scare that was in my head that made me make that decision at that time. But couple come from what you were saying about we wanted them to just put our name out there. It was not basically about contracts and all of that. I think that because he was ready to sign me, he was ready to give me an apartment, he was ready to do the whole full album at that time, which I think would have outweighed the song. Because at one point the song went, he was just shocking me at that time. But at one point, it's even if it stays for a few months, people need to hear new more, and I know he would have given me that resources for the more and the more. But well, you said so that our decisions are based on that time, which I will not say I regretted because I don't know probably what would have happened and all of that. So I thank God, sir. So thank you very much for the advice. I think this will really inspire me and inspire also the young ones listening to know when you have that opportunity, you have to take it, or you live with the regrets or whatever the rest of your life. So I think I'm excited about that now. So I want to ask you also, since we talked about the EMI, so what album will you say brought you into the limelight? Yeah, I know you talked about the Unchained album, but what album will you say was the break, for you?
My break was the album I released with GMI Records.
Okay.
The album was titled Mr. Fantastic.
Okay, it's
So
true.
that
Mr.
that
Fantastic,
yeah,
yes.
that was the album that brought me into limelight. Yeah, he did very well then. Mr. Fantastic was being played all over the country by bands in Port
Yes.
Harcourt, in Abuja, everywhere. So that actually brought me to limelight. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Fantastic. You guys should check it out. Also too. I think I know it's out there. Then I also want to ask you, which is the groundbreaking. This is the one I want the audience to pay attention to because most of them might not be born by then. Because this was a song that in every weddings, if you do not have this song, I remember when I was growing, that wedding it's not even now that people have options. You don't have any choice. And I remember I met you for the first time, which when we met in Piman, I told you I came to meet you first in Bayelsa State, my state. You came to perform in the banquet hall. I think Good Luck was our governor then. And you performed at our banquet hall. And I came to meet you and I even sat with you for long. That was where I got your contact. That was a long time ago, you know. And I remember when you performed the song, the whole place, from young to new. So tell us about Oruka, you know. Oruka, don't know. A lot of youth do not know, but it was a smash hit. Tell us about that song. When did you write it? When did you conceptualize the idea? And what was the story around it? I think a lot of people will want to know, sir.
Download the Daily Lifting app now and get daily health and wellness videos to help lift your day and body. With our guided daily meditation, you're rest assured your day will be a great one. Also, you can earn points which you can redeem to cash after you reach the withdrawal threshold. You can also refer friends and get a bonus. What are you waiting for? Download the Daily Lifting app at the Google Play Store or use the link attached to this video. Daily Lifting, you fall, we rise you up.
Okay, when I got married in 2001, I was looking for a song that I could use, but there wasn't any song that was very apt, very appropriate. So after my marriage was when I started thinking about, I need to have a song that could become like a wedding anthem, you know. So the more I thought about it, the more I got inspired to write a song like that. So I started writing the song. I wrote it in English, then translated some parts to Yoruba. You understand? And spoke with some of my Yoruba friends who were very deep. We worked on the lyrics together, and we hit everything together. And then I started the process of sequencing. We finished sequencing with all the other songs, and then we traveled to Ghana. I went to Ghana with my guitarist, Femi Sani, and my talking drummer, and Taju. So we went to Ghana together and recorded that album. Oh, sorry, the talking drummer was Afiz. Yes. Afiz went to Ghana with me. And of course, my producer and sound engineer, Sami Udins. So we all traveled to Ghana together to put the finishing touches, lay the vocals, the backup vocals, all the other overdubs. We did all the finishing in Ghana in Studio 3, one of the biggest studios in Ghana then, an analog studio. So the journey was very spiritual for me. And I was actually happy how that album turned out because so much was poured into it. My heart, my soul, my spirit was poured into it. I believed in it so much. So when we came back and the album was released and we started getting the reactions with God, I was thankful to God that our effort wasn't wasted.
Yes, and the talking drum and that guitar stood out in the song. So it was not even a mistake of choice of even actually going there. It was actually a right decision, probably, that you made, and it came out well. And I think OJS did a fantastic job in the video too as well, because at that time. So what was the video like? Tell us the process. What was it shot? And what was the story behind the video?
Lest I forget, there was another important person who went with me to Ghana. His name is Shola Majid, my friend all the way from secondary school, one of the best vocalists we have in Nigeria. So he also went with me to Ghana. His voice is there in the backup vocals. Yeah, OJS, when he heard that song, Oruka, it was his idea for us to shoot it the way we shot it.
Wow.
He got one of the best video directors then, Uzodima Okweche. He got him. We all sat down and hit that concept together. If you notice, at that time, Oruka came and set a new standard as far as music video productions were concerned. And after Oruka, in fact, the creativity that went into video production in Nigeria just went haywire. People became even more creative, more daring after that. It was an awesome video, having all the Nollywood stars, all the comedians in Nigeria. In fact, if you look at that video, you see most of the entertainment gurus today were in that video as young people then.
Yes.
If you watch the video, you see Ali Baba there.
Yes.
You see Kafi there.
Yes.
You understand? You see lots and lots and lots of
Yes,
artists. You see
it was
them there.
that
They
was
were
why I
all there.
wanted. That's why I wanted to ask you how was it shot, because I know at that time it was one of the best videos in the country at that time. You know, so
Yeah.
I want to ask you. This leads me to my next question, which has to do with the music body. I know you're part of the new P-Man now. So what do you think about the new idea for the new artist that's listening? So what do you think about the new idea of P-Man now? You know, P-Man, by the way, stands for Performing Music Association of Nigeria. So, sir, what do you think about the new P-Man?
Do you know that Musifik music streaming app has been paying out Indians for years now? It has already been reviewed by some of Indians' biggest YouTubers. You can see them for yourself. Musifik pays both indie artists and users who stream free music daily on the app, with a new well-curated music collection from Hindi to hip-hop, R&B, soul, Afro beats and more, with a more organized interface and user experience. We will begin payments soon to our old and new users, so what are you waiting for? Run to the Play Store now and download the Musifik app now, or click the link above this video to download it directly from the Play Store. Make sure you register and begin to earn daily. Download now.
Okay, I'm going to appeal to you not to let me talk about P-Man now.
Okay.
Maybe another time.
Okay, sir.
Yes, because there are certain things I do not want to let out of the bag now.
Yes.
Because we're trying to deal with certain issues. So maybe when we're done, I'll be able to speak effectively about P-Man.
Okay, sir. Okay, tell us about your Kora Awards, because I learned you won a Kora Award. You know, and
yes.
A lot of people do not know Kora Award was actually the biggest award in Africa before we started having all these awards. I remember when P Square won it, and it came with like a $150,000. And that time when you are nominated in Kora, the whole Africa know that you have really arrived. So tell us about your Kora Award experience, sir.
Yeah. It is so sad. It is one of those awards that we would have hoped that stayed. Probably by now would have been as popular in Africa as Grammy is all over the world. But unfortunately, I do not know what the problem with the black man is. We start something and it's good, and before you know it, other things will creep in and they just die natural death. You know, I got nominated, and I was actually it was a big one for me because we went all the way to South Africa, to attend the awards. And when I won it, the award is still there at home. It's one of those awards I'm really very proud of. But it's just that there wasn't any continuity. So when you're telling people about Kora Awards, it's lost. They're wondering, Kora what? If it had been sustained, it would have made more meaning. Kora used to be after the P-Man Awards. We used to have P-Man Awards, which was the biggest in Africa. Then P-Man Awards went down. Then we had Kora Awards, which happened to be the biggest in Africa. The idea of taking Kora from one African country to the other, maybe that was what killed it. If they had just left it in one particular location. Yeah. So when you're moving it up and down, politics will step into it. And
that's what we're talking about.
You know it,
the headies. That's also what we're talking about. The headies too, for the headies to be here, because it's moving around to make the headies lose its value. That's the same thing we are clamoring.
It will lose its value. Yeah, so many things will just step in. Before you know it, you begin to water it down and all that, and politics will come in and it will just kill it.
Because I know the Grammys have been in California. I cannot remember when they did. Okay, they did one in Atlanta at one time, but it has always been in California.
Yeah.
It's virtually same venue.
Yeah, it's always been there.
Yes, okay, sir.
It's always been there.
So do you have any song like that is recently out? Any new material besides your classics that you can refer, to?
Well, we're working on an EP. We are almost ready. We're almost ready. It's just that the last minute we're trying to see if we can have a feature in there. I'm not going to tell you who. We're trying to see if we can have a feature in there. So that's delaying us a bit. But in the next couple of weeks, we'll have a clearer picture. So we're working on an EP. So for those who've been asking me what I've been doing I'm recording, if I've left music, well, the EP will soon be out there. So you know that we're still working, we're still recording.
Okay, so any title now, any title that you're giving the EP?
Okay, we have a working title, and the working title is Risky. Risky.
Oh,
But then it might change.
okay.
The working title for that EP is Risky.
Yes.
Yeah, but then it might change.
Yes. As work in progress.
For now, it is Risky. Yes, yes.
Okay. I think it's. I heard. I don't know if you heard. There's one project that's the Ruga. There's a young artist, Ruga and Buju. They did a collaboration album. It's titled R&B, and it's one of my favorite recent album. And I heard the part where Ruga sang in the song. He said, "I just want to have a whiskey. It's Sonny Neji. I just want to have a. Just go and listen to it in the album." So anytime I listen to that song, I was like, "Wow, Ruga is." Buju is actually referring to Sonny Neji having a whiskey with him in the song. So sometimes I'll be like, I was Uncle Neji heard this song when Buju saying he's having a drink with him, you know. So I just had to mention that, you know, that showed your legendary status that even the youngins wants to have a whiskey and a chill out with you as well in their music. So it was really nice when I heard that. Okay. So I want to ask you.
I think I heard the song.
Okay. So any aspirations?
I heard the song. I think it was my daughter that played. My daughter called my attention to it.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay. Me too. When I heard it, I knew it was something I.
Nice song.
Yes, sir.
Lovely song. Lovely
Very
song.
lovely. Yes.
Yeah.
That album is very nice. Really R&B. That's one album that have good R&B. Okay, sir. Then any aspirations from here? Like, is there anything you want to do besides the EP you want to drop? Is there any aspiration of what you want to do? You know, outside the EP that we want to know, sir.
Okay, you know, it's always good to keep whatever you're doing close to your chest until you're ready. So, yeah, there are a few things, but I'm not about to divulge them now. But in a short while, you get to hear a few other things that I'm trying to do uh, for uh, for young and upcoming artists, to encourage young and upcoming artists. You know, so a few things we're planning. Yeah.
Well, I think that is really nice. That's really amazing. And what about your kids? Is there any of them in music, or will they allow any of them to go into the industry if they want to, like yourself?
You know, they say an apple doesn't fall too far from the
From
tree.
the tree.
Mhm. All my kids sing beautifully. In fact, they sing better than me.
Wow.
I have I have three daughters, and they all are fantastic singers.
Wow.
Yeah, but if any one of them would do it professionally, is what I do not know. That I do not know.
The
You know,
decision they
but
have to
they
make.
all can sing very well. Yeah, it's a decision they have to make. Yes.
Wow. But have they recorded like any song that they play to you? So daddy, this is my song. I did it here. Have they recorded? Have they gone to the studio, or they just sing like random singing?
They haven't recorded anything yet, but they sing at home. They sing. Sometimes they do backups for me in the studio. Yeah, but they have not recorded anything of their own yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wow, that's nice. We would love to hear it. I'm telling you, we would love to hear one of them be the new Tiwa Savages. It's really nice, you know, because that I think that background and that guidance, I think they have a mentor already that can say, okay, this is where you should go and all of that. Unlike many of us who didn't have, you know, we're just so. I think it will be really nice. So, any words for the upcoming artists that you can give to our youngins that want to get into the industry? Any words can you give to them?
The only advice I can give to them is that they should discover themselves, learn to discover themselves, and be true to that discovery. Being true to that discovery is to be committed to what you've discovered, to be committed to growing it, committed to. They shouldn't think that anything good comes easy.
Easy.
No, nothing good comes easy. There is nothing good that comes easy. So if you believe in it, if that is what you've made up your mind that you want to do, stay true to it. Give it your all, and your moment will come.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Informed and entertained with daily lifting. Get daily health and wellness videos, unwind with movie trailers and comedy clips, and start your day with meditation and exercise routines. Plus, earn money while you do it. Earn $1 for every 10K points just by using the app and inviting friends. Download Daily Lifting now and transform your routine into rewards. Daily Lifting, wellness, fun, and earnings. Download now.
Yes, I'm Sonny Neji, and I'm with Jeff the Ruler on the Off Tape Show. So, go ahead and subscribe to the channel now.